Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a retro review of the Super Zeo Megazord from Power Rangers Zeo. Bet you thought I was going to say it was from Wild Force. Nope. So as per usual with these retro reviews, just a little sort of disclaimer at the front. Some of these items, you know, in these reviews are stuff I either had so long I might be missing parts, or I bought them sort of incomplete. With this one, I am missing the two swords that it comes with. I know I have them somewhere, I just don't know where. I am also missing the little, like, star piece that goes on top of his head when he is transformed. I originally wasn't going to do this review because of that, but I have gotten a decent amount of requests for this over the years, so I figured that's kind of a silly reason to not review it in a way, because it's not like I'm missing a main piece. So just so you know, I'll probably make note of it yet again, but just so you know, these are sort of incomplete. This one in particular I have owned since I was a little kid. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into the review after that minute explanation of nothingness. So, the Super Zeo Megazord is comprised of 5 individual little robots, sort of continuing on from the Shogun Megazord, which is a concept I always really liked. So you have one for each ranger. You got Super Zeo Zord 5, Super Zeo Zord 1, Super Zeo Zord 2, Super Zeo Zord 3, and Super Zeo Zord 4 that are all individual little robots. They honestly don't do a whole lot in these modes, but we'll take a look at them anyway. You got Super Zeo Zord 1 here, which is a camera knocking over unprofessionally. Which is a little fat little robot. It needs to go on Weight Watchers. But yeah, they're all kind of brickish, you know, but it's still neat to have little robots that are going to transform into a bigger robot, which I always think was neat when I was little, and I think so now. But there's really nothing too spectacular about this. The only thing it can really do is move its arms in 360 motion. You can move its legs like this, but that's really more of a feature of transformation than anything else, so that's really not that big of a deal. Detail-wise, there's really nothing spectacular about it. You can see it's got the Pink Ranger's shape here and all that. So yeah, we're nothing really too special, but still neat nonetheless. I'm sort of not going in number order, just going in order of standing. Here we have Super Zeo Zord 3, the Blue Rangers. Yet again, nothing too spectacular. You can rotate its arms. This one actually is blocked a bit by its triangle shape there. But you can do that. With this one, you can actually bend the legs too. And you can technically move them out, but that's part of the transformation. But you can get them in a, like, hey, I don't know, pose. But you can at least do that, but yet again, nothing much. This guy obviously has the triangle here all big, and up on his face, because, you know, that is Zeo Ranger 3. You can see there are some little nicks on there, but that is because I have owned mine so long. That was another part, excuse me, I forgot to mention in the disclaimer, is some of these may be a little dinged up. Alright, here is Zeo Zord 5, or Super Zeo Zord 5, excuse me. Yeah! So this is Red Rangers, obviously, then in a star shape. You can see even his helmet is, sort of goes off into the star shape. You'll be able to complete it later in transformation mode, but I think that's kind of neat. The only thing he can also really do is move his arms around. His legs can bend also, they can't move out or anything, but you can also get him in the running pose. Yay! So yeah, but you can do that, but honestly these guys really aren't for posing of any kind like that. And then we have Super Zeo Zord 2 right here. Can also move its arms around in a 360 fashion. These can bend as well. You can move out again, but it's going to look real awkward because that is a feature of transformation. You got this giant helmet thing sitting off the back here, which just kind of has to sit there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Here's a close-up, just if you wanted to see it, how it looks and all that fun stuff. And then we got, unfortunately, the chubbiest one of the group, Super Zeo Zord 4. He is large because it's a giant square, but he's definitely the biggest of them. He honestly is pretty much the funniest looking because look how tiny his head is compared to the rest of his body. There's his tiny head. It's a tiny head. But yeah, definitely the biggest and most awkward and bulky looking of the bunch. He still can move his arms out, but I don't think he's going to be able to reach anything. You can technically move his legs over a little bit, but that's also a feature of transformation, but you definitely aren't really going to get any posing out of this guy. Alright, for transformation, this is actually really simple, and it's pretty fun, you know, it's just a simple little transformation. They sort of stack on each other, so I'll sort of start from the bottom. So for Pink, you're just going to separate her in half. You can get it to. There we go. Separate her in half. So we'll start with this side. With this one, all you have to do is fold down these little clips here. One for the head and then one for the pegs. And then all you do is fold this up, and it's going to make a foot. Just make sure that lines up. And you have foot number 1. Same thing here is real easy, except you don't have to worry about these pieces here. Just fold this up like that, and you have foot number 2. So there are the feet. Next up, we've got Green, who you are also going to separate into two pieces. For him, you're going to fold his arms back around, fold his headpiece away, and then fold this up. So fold this up so it spins around and gives you a little clippy piece. There we go. I got twisted around there for a second. And then just place it on top. Same thing with this side. Fold this around here. You can fold this piece around like that because you have to have this piece available. And then fold this up so you have the clippy piece there, and just snap it on top. There we go. Alright, one thing just to quickly mention before I continue on, just make sure also you press these parts in because her arms are a little bit out, so just make sure that you press those in so that they aren't sticking out oddly. Alright, now we have Super Zeo Zord 3, who has a bit of a contortionist thing to do now. You can fold his arms back around here, and then you're going to sort of have him do the splits. And then you're going to want to move him like this, and then his little head is going to fold backwards like that. So now he's going to sort of be like this, and then take his legs here, and they are going to fold right around his arms. I know, contortionist stuff, right? And then fold it like this. Make sure they snap, they're all ready, and then you probably guessed it, they're going to snap in right here onto Green. Also, I should mention, you can see right there's a little sticker. This does have stickers on it. Mine, some of them are fading away because they're, you know, older. So yeah, that's a thing. Just so you're aware of that. Straighten this out a little bit. Alright, so now we have, let me just position things a little bit better because we're starting to stack higher up now. It's a little bit uneven and it's bothering me. Okay, so for 5, it's pretty simple as well. Just take the arms and press them back in because they're out so that they can, you know, bend. So just take the arms and press them back in, and then all you do is take the legs, fold them around, and then fold his little head, or fold, it's more like twist his head so that you make a star shape. Mine's a little bit loose from time, but then you have the star there. There are 2 little peg holes here and pegs on the top, and so you just slide it on top. There you go. We're starting to get complete here. Let's shift upwards. And now for yellow, it's very simple. Do a lot of splitting in this one. Split this up, and then you are going to fold these pieces down like this. Press this button, the hand will pop out, and that'll show you how to spin it so that the thumb's facing the right way. Same deal here. Fold this down, press this. There's the hand, and then this is going to be placed on top. And now what you're going to make sure you want to do, there's 2 little holes here, is you want to make sure that these fists here from Yellow Zord are going to sort of line up in it. So when you fold them down, you want to make sure that they store right there. We're going to hold that up. So let's make sure that stands right there. And clips on. There you go. And then just fold the helmet down and zoop. I don't know why I made that noise. You have the Super Zeo Megazord, minus its little, this is where the star piece goes, you can sort of see the little peg there. Just think of this as the Super Zeo Megazord that needs to go Bosley, star shapes for men. So it's missing that, but other than that, my Super Zeo Megazord is complete. Its feet are a little funny, depends I guess where you place it on there. But overall, it's still pretty good looking. See, that's where the star piece would go, right there. But still, you know, just whatever. If you have yours, it'll probably have a star piece with it. Like I said, the only other piece I'm missing really is the 2 swords that come with it. So there is a look at that. Articulation wise, it really can't do all that much, kind of like its individual counterparts. You can move its arms around here like this, and you can move this out, which is nice, and bend this. So you do get a little bit more arm movement than usual. So you can get him in a cool like fighting pose, maybe even a sword fighting pose, excuse me. It would be nice if you were able to twist the head, because then you could actually get him in a sort of halfway decent pose, but the Megazords really are never meant for that much. But overall, I really do enjoy this Megazord. I thought it was a lot of fun when I was little, and I still think so today. I really like those ones that are individual robots that combine into one. I always thought those were fun, and these ones are really fun, and they're really simple. It's an easy transformation just to do back and forth. I like the way they sort of stack on top of each other. and the shapes all sort of fit within each other. I think it's a lot of fun. It was one of my more favorite Megazords when I was little. I almost slipped into an accent there. And it still is a lot of fun today. So if you're a fan of Zeo or a fan of this Megazord, I can definitely recommend picking it up. It's a lot of fun. It's a solid Megazord. It looks good on the shelf, and it looks even better if the star was there. But yeah, that about wraps it up for this retro review. Again, I apologize, I do not have all the parts, but I did the best I could. I look forward to more retro reviews. Make sure you check out the Crazy Podcast at writersrangersrambles.com, and of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, Dawson Ryder, signing out.